Withdraw and push. This is one of my favorite applications because in the form itself it's long and flowing, but when you do it from a self-defense perspective, it's a very quick move. Maybe someday I'll be able to get a person to work with me and I can show you some of these applications. I finished with Intercepting Punch, so my hands are on the same line. First thing I'm going to do before I turn my center is open my right hand. And again, this is basically an application. If somebody's grabbing your fist, chances are you're not going to be standing in a fist. Maybe the person grabbed you down here and pulled it up to this point, in which case your hand may already be open, which is to your benefit because now you can eliminate that part of the move. But for the sake of the form, since we're starting with a fist, we're going to open our hand first. Now with my center, forgetting my left hand, with my center, I'm going to turn and cock my wrist slightly. Again, if somebody grabbed my arm and pulled it out like this, well then I don't have to open it. All I got to do is turn. And what's happening is when somebody's grabbing my wrist like this and my hand's in between their two hands, when I turn my center, it breaks their grip. If they're holding on, it's going to make their hand go like this, which makes them weak and they can't hold on to me. So anyway, going into the form itself. So the first thing I'm going to do is open my hand. Second thing I'm going to do is use my center to turn my arm. If I try to just do this with just my arm, if I've got a real strong guy holding me, I can't do it. But if I move my center, they can't keep me from doing that. All right, so that's why I'm going to use my center in all my gestures. So I'm going to open my hand, turn my center to cock this wrist, but at the same time that I'm doing this, I got to get this hand out of the way. I can't just go over here, I'll hit myself. So as I turn my center and cock this wrist, I'm also turning the left palm up, and I want to bring it back to my elbow. It's behind my elbow. In the self-defense application, everything's going to happen right here, and it happens very quickly. But for now, we'll just take it slowly, open this hand, turn the waist, and place this palm up. Get your the wrist right behind the elbow. From here, my left hand's not going to move. I'm going to sit back, use my center, my vertebrae as my axis, if you will. I'm going to rotate, keep my back straight, and just pull this hand back like this. Now, as I do this, I also drop my elbow. Things that are straight, so a quick example, if I tie a rope between a car on the road and a tree and make the rope really taut, you can push the center of the rope and that will actually bring the car. Even though that weighs a couple thousand pounds, all I have to do is, weak as I am compared to the weight of that car, if I just push that rope down, it will pull the car. So there's engineering power when you bend at the midpoint. So that's the same thing. If somebody's holding me really strong and I've broken their grip, now all I have to do is just sit back, use my center, and notice that once my elbow clears my left hand, I bend it and I slip this down close to my center over to this side. I'm going to roll my left hand, drop my hands down, and just push. But remember, don't go past your knee. Also, remember not to have flat hands. This is fitting around somebody's torso, so you want your hands curved. So all the way through from the beginning, I'm going to open my hand, turn with my center to cock the wrist, and turn the left palm up. So I'm over 45 degrees in that corner. The left hand does not move. Think of this as a sword and it maybe has blood on it. You're going to wipe the blade. So you're going to wipe that blade. Do not move the left hand. Just wipe the blade, drop the elbow, turn your center to the other corner. Now we'll roll the left hand, drop this down, and finish moving from my sitting in my quad. Okay. One other thing to keep in mind is that I'm going to keep my feet flat on the floor. So after I open my hand, break the wrists. Okay, I'm 50-50 right here. You're going to sit back strong. You might feel like you want to lift the toes of your front foot. You don't want to do that. That's a technique that I use in pushing hands. If somebody's got me almost off balance, if my foot's flat on the floor and right here all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm going to lose, I can pull my toes up to give me just a little bit more. But in terms of this technique here, you want to stay rooted in both your feet, okay? What we're really relying on is the combination of twisting the hand out and sitting back at the same time. So here's the part that's a little bit tricky. I'm going to open this hand, turn to the corner. I'm still 50-50. So you're going to combine a turning and twisting at the same time. And guess what that is? Silk reeling. There it is again. Same thing, right? Shift, turn, pull. So what better example than to combine silk reeling? Shift, turn, pull. Then, right? Shift, turn, push. So that's why I want you guys to get good at silk reeling, because that incorporates everything in terms of Yang Chen Fu's 10 principles in every gesture we do. Okay? So let's look at that in the 6 directions with a little bit of verbiage just for reinforcement. Finished with Intercepting Punch. And open the hand, turn the center to the corner, get your left hand palm up just behind the elbow. Pull the arm as you sit back. So you're going to rotate and you're going to sit back into your back leg at the same time. Once again, it should be no surprise to you that there's separation of yin and yang. I'm storing up my jing. This would be a chambering position. Release, sit in your kwa. Intercepting punch. Turn, withdraw, so sit back, strong in this leg, right? I'm definitely separate. Push down and away, sit in your kwa. Okay, so mirror me. Open the hand, cock the wrist as you turn your center, clear the right hand, right behind your elbow. Does not move. Sit back, withdraw. It's called withdraw and push. Make sure that you've got separation of yin and yang. Roll the right hand. This is like a pushing hand thing. Roll the right hand, bring it down here, move the center, and finish straight ahead. From here, open the hand, turn the center to cock the wrist, and clear your right hand so that you can get past it. Palm is up, withdraw, so shift back and turn your center at the same time. Turn the center. Sit back, the right hand doesn't move, wipe the blade, roll the hand a little bit, come back to the front, and curve your hands at the end. Don't go past your knees. Stay right about here. 50-50. Intercepting punch. Turn, withdraw, so sit back, strong in this leg, right? I'm definitely separate. Push down and away, sit in your kwa. Open the hand, turn to the corner, cock the wrist, left palm up just behind the elbow, right here. Withdraw and push. Sit in your kwa. I will now do all of those 6 directions without the audio. Just as a reminder, for the first 2, you can follow me, but once I face the camera, you're going to mirror me. We'll work the common direction of the form first, and then we'll work the uncommon direction of the form.